Hello, 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 hello. Do y'all like the 50 million hellos that I say on stream all the time? Kitty, you're too loud. All right, Kitty's loud. All right, we are on Avatopia because I gotta finish this daggone waterfall that I started, what, 2 weeks ago? I think it was about 2 weeks ago I started this waterfall. So you'll see I have a bunch of horns in my inventory. Yesterday I went goat horn hunting. And there is definitely a mountain in the resource world that has no horns on any goats. Well, I think maybe I left like one or two horns on 2 different goats, but there are about 8 goats and most of them are hornless. So I've got 5 different goat horns here. And we'll go through them. That's the one I've actually been using, which is okay. It's not the best. It's okay. And then of course we've got the pillager noise. Then we've got the happy horn. Yay, happy. Now, see that one? That's hilarious. I like that one a lot. It's very sad and nasally sounding. And I think this one is my favorite just because it reminds me of something from my childhood. If you ever watched DVDs that had that THX direct sound or surround sound or whatever, that's the noise. That is the noise. Anyway, well, it's not exactly that noise, but it's a similar noise. So now I gotta put these up. Let's see, call goes here. That is dream. Which I may actually keep call out. Ponder is this one. This is seek. And I believe this is feel. Okay. So I have 5 of the 8 different horns that actually can drop from goats. I am still missing a goat horn, excuse me, 2 from the screaming goats, and there were 2 screaming goats on that mountain. But I got all of their horns. I got all 4 horns from the 2 screaming goats, and they just dropped, you know, these. Anyway, so this is what I am working on. Now you'll see I have this kind of blocked off a little bit just because I blocked off the actual water itself. I did finish up the very last rock that I wanted to build, which was this rock here. So we did this rock and this rock on stream last time. And then this was the last rock that I needed to actually do. I did divert. So I put in the water and it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It goes down here and then it also diverts down here. What I had originally planned was for it to divert over in this area and have a pond up here as well. However, once I actually thought about it, I kind of thought it would look really nice if it was 2 streams going into one basin area. So I ended up doing that. So I've blocked off the water for now so that I don't have to work in water, which is so much worse working in the water. So we've blocked off the 2 waterfalls, and then I have dug out the area that I think I actually do want to work on. So all this is going to be replaced by different things. I'm gonna go ahead and break my scaffolding here. If you guys have seen my hardcore pond video, I do have a video up on YouTube where I made a little lima bean shaped pond. Absolutely love that video. Got lots and lots of views. So I did something right, I guess. So what I'm going to start with is the actual base of the pond, the deepest parts of the pond. Now you can make a pond look a lot deeper, or any type of water, you can make it look a lot deeper than it truly is by doing a gradient. So starting with some of the darkest blocks, which are going to be your mud, your coal, your black stone, your deep slate. And just because it's very flexible, I use a lot of deep slate. So I'll use mud for the very, very bottom and speckle in some deep slate for some rock kind of texture. So all of this is actually going to be replaced. I'm gonna go ahead and dig this out. I'm gonna try not to hit the sides here, because I really don't want to dig out the sides. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna speckle in some mud, and I say speckle in mud, but honestly, mud is gonna be the major component of this. So really want this to look very dark. And then I'm gonna come in with some deep slate, and this is actually what we're speckling in, is the deep slate. So now we have this deep section. It's gonna look very deep. I might put a slab there instead. Let's put that slab. That's gonna be a dark one. Actually, I kind of like the highlight of just the regular cobble, so let's go with a cobble one instead. We're gonna do a cobble slab there. We're gonna do a cobble slab there. This is gonna add some height, some differentiation between the actual bottom, so it's not looking so flat. And I think I'm probably not gonna use as much mud here. This is just slightly not quite as deep, but I will still use some mud in the center. So probably here. Yeah, we'll use the mud there. And then I'm gonna go around it more than likely with some deep slate. And I got plenty of deep slate. I'm not really worried about using the blocks here. I'm going to edge this. Make some more. Since this one's closer to the surface, I'm gonna edge a lot more of this one with the deep slate. Just put some different rocks here. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now we're gonna go moving up to a little bit of muddy mangrove. So it's gonna be a slightly different color, but still kind of dark. So yeah, that'll give it a little texture difference, a little color difference, and we're gonna replace the edges of this. Go. There. All right. I think I'm done with the muddy ones. I've just brought a whole bunch of stuff just to see what I wanted to do. So next we're probably going to transition into the tuff. So this is going to be a little darker than stone, but still not quite so dark. And we may mix this in with some pale moss as well. So I am going to want to do this here. I'm going to also be using some coarse dirt. I believe I got some coarse dirt in here. Coarse dirt. And we'll be using the coarse dirt as a transition block. I don't want any of this grass in here, which when this is filled up, it's not going to be grass anyway. So I'm not terribly worried about that. So I'm gonna butt up the coarse dirt with this mangrove root texture. We'll do this. Guess I need to do something with that, don't I? Let's put a little tuff under that. Okay, so we've got these 2 layers here. This is all good. Now we're gonna go up 1. Now this transition is probably going to be, I think this is gonna be the water line, because I'm a big proponent of not actually having the water line all the way up on the top block. I kind of like having the water line a little bit lower. It makes it look slightly more realistic instead of just having the water right here. So this is going to be the last section. This will be just touching the water. So touching the water, we're going to have a lot more dirt, a lot more podzol. Podzol to me looks a lot more realistic as far as what's touching the shore. We're gonna have some rooted dirt as well for a nice little transition here. I don't think I really need the tuff. So we'll have the podzol, which looks more like something that's touching the water. Won't have it everywhere, but we'll definitely have it in a lot of the places. And usually when I'm using the podzol, I will also continue it up. Something like this, which I'll have this too. This will be podzol as well, or I can make this coarse dirt. Let's make this coarse. Have all of that rooted. I'm gonna start feathering in some of the grass that is regular dirt, not coarse. All right, I need to work on this as well. This will be rooted dirt, so it'll be slightly different color. And closer to the actual water, I think I'm going to use some clay because I will definitely want to get some of the small drip leaf, and I don't think I brought any clay. But I know where I can get it. We have a clay farm. Weirlig, hello! I must hydrate. I was actually just telling Malatos, I was like, hydrate was redeemed 3 times last stream. You guys love making me have to go to the bathroom. I don't know what it is, but y'all really want me to go to the bathroom all the time. What's the deal with that? All right, I don't want to use the fortune shovel. want to use the silk touch shovel on this stuff. Let me hydrate real quick. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And I have a Dr. Pepper today. Been sipping on it a little bit so I can get a caffeine high. Don't forget, guys, it is September. You can get discounts on subs, gifted subs, all sorts of stuffs for the month of September. And there's your speech. I'm good. We're done. We're done with the speech. I am just having dinner, then I'll be on. How are you feeling today? I'm in complete denial. I'm actually not joking. I am in complete denial. I have not tried to think about it. I cried a lot yesterday. For you guys that are not knowing what's going on, today I was supposed to have what is called a bilateral epidural, which is where they inject a steroid medication into both sides of my spine to alleviate the pressure, help with the inflammation, and reduce the amount of pain that is emanating from the nerves that are in my back that are going all the way down my legs, causing it to be painful to walk, to stand, to sit. Yeah, that's what that was for. I was supposed to have that done today. And I got a call from the doctor's office yesterday saying that my insurance has not approved the procedure yet. So unless I wanted to pay for it out of pocket, I needed to reschedule the procedure. And so I was very upset. I did call the insurance and they said, well, it's just not been enough time for us to have, made a decision on the procedure, whether or not I actually needed it or not. I love it how the insurance dictates what is medically necessary for a human being. That's insurance does that, not the doctor. Now I understand, I work in healthcare. I work with insurance. I work with patients. I understand this. It doesn't make it right in the slightest bit. It does not mean it makes it right. I have not had any medical treatment for my back for over 3 years because I've not had money and I've not had insurance. Ooh, that does not go there. So I was really looking forward to this procedure and hoping that it was going to help. And so when I found out, I've already kind of worked myself up because this procedure that I'm having done, I'm going to be awake for. I will be numbed, but I will still feel all of it. It will be painful. I've had this done before. I've at least had one epidural done before. It's still painful. So I've been kind of, I'm a little anxious because I'm getting prepared for what I'm supposed to be going through. Mentally preparing and everything, and then this bomb gets dropped on me. Oh yeah, by the way, it's not going to be done today. You're going to have to reschedule it, meaning I'm going to have to wait. So the procedure is now scheduled 2 weeks from basically today. 2 weeks from today is when it's scheduled. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I cried a lot yesterday. I got mad. I ate my way into being sick, basically. Not really. When I get upset like that, my body just decides, okay, we're just gonna not work anymore. We're gonna shut down a little bit. And my body kind of shut down. I laid down. I went to sleep at around 8 o'clock last night. Did not make any dinner, nothing. Hubby came home with some Taco Bell because he knew I wasn't alive, basically, and I was upset. So yeah, I'm trying not to think about it today. Like I said, I've already rescheduled it. I'm hoping that things will go better next time around. But just today, I'm powering through. So yeah, we're making a beautiful little water feature, which is, I can't say it's it's my favorite thing in Minecraft to do, but to be completely honest, I love making water features. I don't think I make enough of them, but I truly do love making these little ponds and everything. I think they end up looking amazing. So what I've done here, the water comes down here, splashes off of there. So what I'm doing is I'm putting clay, which is the lighter block, where the water actually is going to be hitting. Water's going to be splashing off of here as well. So all this will be hit. So I'm trying to kind of highlight where that water's actually going to be coming down from. And I'm going to be accidentally. There we go. We'll put that there and then we'll put the gravel back on top. All right. Yeah, we're highlighting where this water is going to go because obviously, you know, when the sun hits water, it's very bright. So this section is going to be quite bright. I may even have the clay going up the wall here. I think that would look nice. Just for this one. I may do it over here. There's gonna be a lot more going on, a lot of splash off here. I think I'm probably gonna put something different. Excuse me, I got hiccups now because of the Dr. Pepper that I just drank. I may put more mossy stuff over here just because of the, you know, the waterfall. I've got all of the mossy cobblestone. You see where there's water close by. So I may do the mossy stuff here and maybe mossy stuff there as well. So yeah, we've got some clay all around here. Some of this will be exposed to where the water's not actually hitting it, and I can put some small drip leaf in here. So yeah. All right, what were we continuing to do? All right, we're around here, here. I need something on this way. So we're gonna remove the clay for a minute. And I'm gonna continue with some of this. What'd I say? This was gonna be the water line, so water's gonna be hitting up here. So yeah. That is gravel. I don't want gravel. I want... Where's the moss? Did I put the moss up? I want some of this moss. I want it to look like stone, but not stone. So let's get some moss in here. Yeah, there we go. Get some pale moss. So we're gonna do this little bit of transition here. That's good. Do coarse dirt. Yeah, coarse dirt there. Looking good. Good. Coarse dirt. No, we'll do the moss down there too. That'll be cool. Yep, we'll leave some dirt, like I said. Let's do some coarse dirt here. And here. We'll leave some of that dirt. Regular grass. I keep calling it dirt, but it's grass. Oh my god, it's whirling! Okay, so come back around here. We're gonna do more, I think more podzol here. Because I've got some podzol coming up here, I've got some going up there, and I want another splash of podzol this way. We'll do this. Build that out there. Too much. No, I don't want to use gravel. I'm gonna use stone. Stone. Podzol. We'll have our one token grass block there. Podzol. More podzol. And just keep it going. Because why not? You guys know I love my podzol, okay? I love it. Everybody else thinks it's a nasty, dirty looking block. No, I want to keep that grass. Yeah, we'll keep some of this. Some of the grass. Only some. I may, I don't know yet, but I may splash some moss in here. Did I bring moss? I did. Okay, let's maybe splash. We'll do a splash there. Splash there. Now remember, this is original dirt path from the village that was here. So I didn't actually put this here. Do splashes. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I forgot I built this up. This wasn't even naturally here. All this was built by me. Okay. There we go. We got a few little mossy places here and there. Let's make this moss. All right, and I did say I wanted to do some mossy cobblestone, I think, over there, which I don't have. No, I don't. Let's go grab some mossy cobblestone. Why did I go around the back? Does anybody know why I went around the back? Let's just look at this beautiful wall here. A little cliff face that's not been continued over this way because I haven't done anything with it. Okay, so mossy cobblestone. Let's try to put one in. Oh, that's a sword. I don't want to make it another rock feature, so I'm just going to put a few in strategic locations. Maybe a few more. Aha! Strategery. And that looks like about enough. I may actually want to continue this. Let's go up to and put moss and then mossy cobblestone in here. That way it won't look too out of place. Actually, let's put some moss in here as well. Oh, man, I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. I just keep flying. Okay. Oh my god. Woo! And then he's off. Really, he scared the crap out of me. I'm so paying attention to the water. Stop scaring me, people. I was hyper focused, okay? Was hyper focused. We'll have to clip that. All right. Sweet. We got a trident. Where'd you get a trident from? I'll have to enchant that. I think I've even got a channeling enchant, maybe. In a book that I think I may have rolled somewhere. All right. So this is looking pretty good. We'll have to waterlog the individual slabs, which is fine. Just to make sure there's no weird bubbly looking things. We've got most of the shoreline and above the shoreline kind of, you know, created with some podzol, some moss, pale moss, etc. Now I think I can probably... Usually this is where I would look over anything, see if there's anything I can put in here without the water being in here. So there's not going to be any coral because all that'll dry up and die unless I want it to. which actually wouldn't look bad. You've got 2. Lucky the second I killed drop. Oh, that is so nice. That is so cool. Okay, so I actually kind of like the dead coral idea. I'll make a couple dead coral because I don't want it to look too tropical because it's not tropical. It's on the side of a snowy mountain, so nothing really can be tropical in this area. But I can just go ahead and put a few corals in now, and then it'll dry up, which will make it gray, which will look great. So let's try horn coral. Let's do a fire coral fire coral. Let's do a bubble coral. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's just put these 3 in here. We've got 2, I believe, fans and then a regular coral. So that'll look kind of stringy, which is what I'm going for. Again, it doesn't need to look tropical because it's not. But I do want something else in there other than just seagrass and kelp. I went too far. I went too high. So we'll put this one probably here somewhere, and then we'll put one of these there. And then we'll put one of these up here maybe. Yeah, turn gray. Good, good job. Good job. Oh, I brought a lot more of that. Well, I guess we throw one here and then maybe throw one right there. Look good? Yeah, I think we're cool with that. I don't want to overdo it either. So yeah, that'll add some texture in here. I may even put some of these on the rocks. Some of these, they look like little nests. But yeah, why not? Let's just throw some of these up here on the rocks. We'll do one here. It's not really with the intention of having them look like rocks. I kind of want to make them more look like grass or just something else. Put one there. Okay, sea pickles I put in after the water. Kelp and seagrass also after the water. I've already put in my stones, although I could actually make some more of these. Let's do some more mossy cobblestone slabs and put them in some strategery places. Right there's good. We're gonna do these kind of higher up. So maybe one there. We'll do a couple over here. Is going to be anywhere close? It's not. Okay, there we go. So we'll put these here to make them look like rocks. Then maybe just one there. I'll also get some stone buttons, but the stone buttons are going to go all out here. They're not going to go inside anywhere. I don't actually think you can waterlog a stone button. All right, quick little drink. All right. All right, can I think of anything? Seriously, can I think of anything else? Haven't really made any little rocks out here. A lot of times I'll make a rock in kind of the corner, but this is actually going to be a walkway. I don't know if I really want to make a little rocky outcrop out here, although it would look nice. Hello, nice. This is the little one. This is the little one. Little teeny one. I can't help it, okay? I can't. Okay, with the teeny rock feature, okay? Teeny one. Get to do it right here. Actually, not even that big. Not even that big. There. There, teeny rock feature. I can't help myself. Oh my gosh. I need to make a few more of these mossy ones. We'll do one there. And then I'll do one here. And then maybe replace one of these with a pale oak. No, gravel. Let's replace one of them with gravel. This one with gravel. Gravel. Okay. See? Teeny tiny rock feature. It's totally blocking the path. I mean, you're gonna practically have to walk across here, walking across the cliff, just to get out from the rock feature. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's not dangerous at all, right? It's not. You'll be fine. It's okay. It's all good. Okay, so we did the teeny tiny rock feature there, which is nice. I love it. Basically, pretty sure I'm ready for the water. So let's get this water out of here. And I am going to have to fill up the basin because this water will not fill it up. This is too big of a basin and the water has traveled too far. So in the words of the Ints, release the river. The great line from that movie. Okay, we'll have to waterlog the coral. All right, quickly, let's make an infinite water source. Got another one up here. There we are. Leave waterlog that coral. And then we're gonna start, let's see, where is my... Here. So basically here's where my water line is. Just be easier to do that. I'm gonna go and waterlog each individual slab because I'll need to do that. Slab. Slab. Do this first, you won't have to worry about it later. Better than going back and trying to waterlog everything that you need to waterlog. It is a little more tedious. I'll give you that. But at least you won't have water in weird directions. Let's see. Waterlog. That one. That slab is waterlogged. All of those are waterlogged. That one, that one. And then these two. Okay. So everything should be waterlogged that is going under the water. Now I can actually go in here and start doing sources. Doesn't look like we have a source block yet to clean off of. This would have connected, but I got a slab here, and then I've got this coral here, so this is not connected yet. Let's see what we got. All right, that filled in some. Did we get a source block from here? Starting to. Nope, not there. I don't need to pull from that one. Whee! Oh, I didn't waterlog that slab after all. Oh! I think I'm waterlogging stuff that's already waterlogged. But I'm trying to get this. There's something that's going. I'm trying to get this little hole filled. Trying to see where I don't have a water source yet. I know I have them here. I'm gonna keep dumping water in till I can figure it out. Oh, there it was. Whatever I did, that worked. Okay, other side, not gonna be so hard because this is technically a little more flat. And now I can dig from here. That do it? Yep, that did it for this side. Okay. Oh, this is not flat. This is flat. Flat. Okay, so now, see, we have what looks a lot deeper, and this one doesn't look quite as deep. This is looking a little more shallow because it is more shallow. And then we've got this one that does look deeper. So we've got all of the dark in here and only a little bit of dark in there. And then this section here, which obviously is shallow, and it looks like it's shallow because you can see a lot more of the blocks. So, hooray! And then this looks absolutely gorgeous. This whole thing here. I really need to back up to see all of this, but this is looking great. So, now that I've got the water in, everything is water source blocked. Now I can start the vegetation inside. So I'm going to be using some kelp and some seagrass, and and also sea pickles, because we like sea pickles. Love my sea pickles. So we're actually going to put a couple sea pickles, you know, just like everywhere. I do want some. Oh, that is so gray looking. Oh my goodness. That is horrific. All right, that's probably enough sea pickles. The whole thing's gonna be so well lit. I got some of those out there. We'll have some of these out here. I will probably also make some cattails. So we'll need some brown glass, which actually I've made them with, oh, hello. I've made them with green glass panes and put a brown candle on top, which I kind of like better than the green glass panes with a sea pickle on top. So brown candles, or what did I say? Brown glass pane with a sea pickle on top, green glass pane with a brown candle on top. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's make some glass panes because I don't have green or brown. Let's go ahead and make another set. Didn't mean to do that. I'll have to enchant this. I'm gonna put this up here. Okay, brown, 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 brown. Where are my dyes? We got green and brown. Two sets. I put candles somewhere. Oh, I got brown candles. Sweet. I technically like the candles on top instead of the sea pickles because the sea pickles are definitely a lot fatter than the candles are. So the trick with making cattails is that you don't actually want the glass to connect to anything. So don't put glass in a corner block or anything where it's going to touch a block because it's then going to connect. It's not going to have that slim frame, and like I'm talking about here. This is what we want. We want this slender frame, just one, so it can't be touching any blocks. So I've got to find a block that does not connect with anything. So say this one here. This one's a great one. So we'll do this tall one, and then we'll do a candle on that. And then I'm gonna see if I can get it, maybe another one. This is a slab. It's not gonna connect to the slab, so I'm gonna do a short one here. We're just gonna do that like that. So this is gonna basically be our little cattails. And I don't know if they're actually called anything else. I'm sure they're called something else, but I know them as cattails. And we're gonna do one more, I believe, here. Were we using green on this side? Let's use the brown. Oh, don't push me. And push me where I don't want to go. And then we're gonna put a green pickle on there. You know what? I actually don't like that. No, 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 no. Take off the pickle. Glass. No, no, no. I want to keep the same thing going. Oh, we got another glass. Let's do this one. Let's just do another short one. So I don't think I like the tall one in the deep part. I don't think I like the tall one. And then we're also going to make one more. We're just going to do this here. We'll do one more there. So yeah, there we go. So we got some cattails over here. And then we'll make some over here. Now these are going to be out of the sea pickles. This is going to be out of the brown. So we're going to do here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do here. And then we're going to do one diagonal pickle, pickle. Okay, if I can find a third one that doesn't connect. All these are going to connect. So probably not. Let's see. That'll connect. This won't. Pickle. Now we'll do a tall one. How about that? We'll do another tall one. Pickle. Okay. So we've got one of each kind. There we go. Now, what did I say? Grass and kelp. Need to do both. You, sir, are in my way. Yeah, you are. You truly are. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. For the grass, I'm going to use the bone meal that we've got up at the bone meal farm. And then for kelp, I need to find kelp. I don't know where I have kelp. I don't think it's in here. Now we got some lily pads and some glow lichen. We'll take that. We'll take some sugar cane. There's some bone meal. I don't know where we've got kelp. I know we have some. We gotta have some. There's more sugar cane. There's some big drip leaf. Kelp, there we go. See, I knew. Now, I didn't have any small drip leaf. Let's see if I've got some small drip leaf somewhere else. Let's see, we got moss. Carpets. I know I have some. Do I know where it is? Nope. Is it in the greenhouse? Just kind of in that spare container that I've got? Maybe. Let's check it out. Spares. Small drip leaf. Oh, yes we do. Yes we do. Okay, we're saved. All right, first things first, we're gonna eat. Second thing, we have to put our small drip leaf around. Small drip leaf has to go on clay. So we're gonna put it on clay. Not there. I did not want that there. I really did not want that there. Let's see. Where are my shears? I've got shears somewhere. Shears? Hello? Shears? Shears? I have them somewhere. They're half dead, but they're somewhere. I don't know where they are. Okay, well, we're gonna leave this there for now. Because I can't really move it without shears. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I don't like it's too samey. It's too samey. All right, we're gonna do a big drip leaf. We're gonna do some of them that will come up and touch. I don't want it to be right up on it. Do one here. One in the middle there. That's probably good. And maybe one there. Will you turn at all? Would like for you to, there you go. Would like from some difference in that leaf. Okay. That's good. Now we're gonna put in kelp. And the reason I'm doing it in this order, if you bone meal the mud, it's gonna spread grass everywhere. So instead of spreading grass everywhere, I'm gonna put the things in place on the blocks that I know that I want them there. Like I want that kelp there. I want kelp up here. I probably want a kelp here. Maybe even there. Definitely gonna want a kelp there. Over there. I'll put one there. Okay, so now I've got kelp exactly where I want kelp. I really don't want to overpower the kelp. So now I will go through and I will bone meal. And like I said, this is going to spread everywhere. Just every possible place that it could. pretty much. And I don't want this too tall grass here. And I'm also going to eliminate some of the grass. I would like the too tall grass over here, though. Of course, this isn't going to be too tall. So we'll put some there. The too tall grass, I would actually prefer to be over here. This is only a block high, though. I can't make too tall grass here. Never mind. I'm dumb. So we're gonna eliminate some of this because it just is everywhere. I don't want it everywhere. I want it kind of sparing. Kind of. And that looks good. This one's looking a little more deep. This one's looking more shallow. I got more grass on this side. So let's put some, well, glow lichen. I can probably put glow lichen just about anywhere I want to. But that means we are done with the water vegetation. Let's put that there. Don't need any of this. So now sugarcane. Sugarcane has to be touching water. So we're gonna put this as close to water and or touching water that I can. Which is not what I wanted to do there. Don't do that. No, you don't want to go there? Okay. Yeah, why don't you want to go there? Hmm? Yeah, it won't go on the clay either. Okay. So that's looking like it'll do what it's gonna do. I'll probably come in through here and put some spider webs on some of these, or put string on some of these so they won't all grow very high. Some of them, like these ones that are closer to the waterfall, I'll let them grow up. But these over here, I'll probably only let them get about 1 or 2 tall. So that is it for the sugarcane. I don't actually think I want lily pads. I could maybe, no, let's just do 2. Let's find a place for 2 lily pads. So maybe, lily pad. And then, well, that's right over. I didn't want to do that. Lily pad. Okay. That'll at least give something. Good deal. Okay, now we got to do grasses, ferns, other greenery, basically. Go in with your greenery first. Your flowers will look a lot better. And I need that bone meal. Did I put bone meal up here? I did. Here's bone meal. I'm gonna do a few ferns. I'm gonna do some tall ferns here. Because again, this is vegetation central. There's a lot of water around here. We need some 2 tall ferns. I will put grass here and then a fern. We'll make this 2 tall. And then I also want a tiny fern over here. Kind of balance that out. That looked a little linear. Oh yeah, that definitely balanced it. Then we're gonna put some 2 tall ferns here as well. So we'll do 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Yeah, that looks good. Balance out some of that hill. And I'll end up putting some more stuff on the hill. Put some grasses. Do like grass. Yeah, there you go. Well-rounded. Gonna put a little grass here. And actually some grass there. Smidge of grass. Go to some grasses here. I'm gonna have to do something else, but I gotta move the water source first. So, may do another 2 tall fern. And then just some regular ones. I don't want to overpower with the vegetation because I do want some flowers in here. Not too many, but some flowers will look great. This is starting to look amazing. Okay. So we will pepper in. As much as I like the pink petals, they're just everywhere. So let's get some of the wildflowers in here as well. Let me just bone meal some of this. There we go. So I do want some of these. Like, look here. These go on stone? No, they won't. Okay, we just want some small little pops there. We'll continue with the pink because this is technically in a cherry biome. So some touches of pink. Excuse me. And then some small flowers. I would actually like some torch flowers, but I still only have the one because I haven't done anything with the sniffers. So let's just grab, you know, like 2 cactus flowers, 2 dead bushes, because I love my dead bushes. Absolutely love them. We'll do some eye blossoms for effect because there's not going to be any bees out there, so I'm not worried about the eye blossoms hurting the bees. We obviously have to do some firefly bushes. We'll do couple of those. I actually need to go into the desert and get more. I need to get way more grass. And we'll do a couple of goo bushes. And yes, I am still calling them goo bushes. So what's funny is I've only actually grabbed 2 flowers. Let's grab our take here. Let's grab a couple of lilacs. Yeah, 3 sounds good. Any other small flowers that would look absolutely amazing with this? You know I love the azure bluets. Do I want tulips? No, let's maybe go with some blue orchids. No. Let's do this. Let's do some alliums. Hardly ever use alliums. Excuse me, sneezing. Forgot to take my allergy medicine today. I don't know why I did that. I totally skipped. I skipped it. Minty, hello. We're doing a water feature. Next up, your base. No, I'm just kidding. Not without permission. Quick little sip. Keep going here. All right, so I want to do some short dry grass. No, it'll look weird if it's there. So let's put firefly bush. Firefly bush. Firefly bush. Bush. And bush. Is that enough? Most all the firefly bushes are over here. There's none over here. So we'll put the dry grass around this area, I guess. I still need to do something with this path, so I'm not really trying to do too much on the path here. Let's do some of these dry ones. We'll do a smidge here, there, and then there, I guess. That looks good. It's just dotted. Just a few little specks of that bright color. The alliums. Let's do the alliums over here. And any of these open spaces. So let's have them going up the hill in the corners. See if that looks good. Oh yeah, that looks actually really good. Have you seen the shallow waterfall effect using armor stands? I have not. You will need to show me this. I'm assuming you piston push a armor stand down and then put the water on top, maybe? Actually, I have no idea. I truly have no idea. I'm very interested. You have piqued my curiosity. Alliums cannot be placed on clay. Darn. They can be placed there, though. One allium over here. Actually, let's move that allium because it does kind of look a little odd. Let's move that one and then put it over here. There. Okay. Now our lilacs. These are tall. They're gonna need to go near the back. And I still need to landscape all of this because this is probably where I'd be putting the lilacs. Let's maybe shove one here. Do one here, I guess. Is that gonna cover up much? No, not really. Put one there. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. And I gotta put a dead bush. I have to. Dead bushes go in places. Let's see. Can we put this on top of stone? I can't remember if you can actually put these. No, you can't. Poop. Dead bush goes there. Dead bush, front and center. Heck yeah. Dead bush there. Something like that. Didn't warn me that you tried to post a link. Is that just asterisks? Okay, I can put cactus flowers wherever I want. So cactus flower will go up here, there. And then I guess here. Yep, they're behind the little small drip leaf. Actually, no. Put you there. Okay, eye blossoms. I'm kind of running out of room here. So we'll put some eye blossoms there. We'll put an eye blossom there. Maybe there. Put it there. No, 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 no. Let's put it over here. There. Okay. I don't necessarily want to fill up every single inch of space with stuff because it's kind of busy as it is. However, I know I didn't place any goo bushes. Could place some goo bushes. Where do I want to place a goo bush? Goo bush up here. Put a goo bush there. There we go. We placed our goo bushes. Okay. So let's get on top of the roof here with all the birdies. And I did finally put all the glass on here, so this is a solid roof now. And other than the beam, actually, let's we do something about the beam. There. Okay, beam gone. And it's raining! Of course it's raining! So it uses magma blocks to make bubbles with armor stands dispensed into them to drive the effect. Oh, you'll have to make that on Pocket Craft. I want to see that for sure. Oh, can we get rid of the rain? It's almost sunset. Maybe the rain will go away in just a minute or so. I want to get rid of the rain so I can see how pretty this looks. I mean, it does actually look really pretty even now in the rain. All right, I'll put that on my list of things to do. We did restock you with some black dye. We restocked your shop for you. It's just a couple of pieces of black dye because I was building that little food shack right outside of the spawn house, and obviously the squids just keep dying in that pond over and over and over. So free ink. All right, here we go. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, that looks awesome. That looks so pretty. Yep, now I just have to finish up the actual very jagged, very unsafe path from here to there. I truly do need to actually make that path. The path will fork, so it'll go that way and it will also go this way. But yeah, that's pretty. It looks very nice. Thank you. I love doing my little rocks. I love doing my ponds. So let's do a flyover. Let's do it really big out here. Okay, so you definitely can't. I really wanted to like come to the base. Here we go. Okay, so that's a natural water feature there. That is an unnatural one, but still looks very natural, looks very pretty. Small, but it works. Yeah, you would never know that is not a natural waterfall. I mean, truly, it's not. I placed it up here. Here's where I did the water source. This is actually a slab because I was worried that the water would freeze if I didn't put something here. So I put a slab there to keep the water source from freezing. But then once you get down here, There is an additional water source on both sides. I believe the extra source is right here or here. I think it may actually be here on this side. And then it is here on this side. There's an additional water source here. Otherwise, this just went like straight down. So yeah. I splish splash. I'm loving it. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'll put string on the sugar cane. The ones that I don't want to grow more than 1 tall will get string on them. Once these grow to 2, some of them will get some string. The ones closest to the water will probably, I'll let them grow full height. That'll look good. And I'll try to put some more grass and some more vegetation up on these blocks that are next to the waterfall. In addition to doing something with this area over here, which I have no idea what I'm going to do over here. I may end up just building a few trees because this would be really nice to have a tree here, or a couple of trees. So that may be what this area is actually going to be reserved for, is a tree. And what's better than a birch tree, which I have definitely built some custom birch trees, and that would be so very nice. Okay, so I'm pretty much going to end the episode there. It's been about an hour and a half that I've been streaming, and you guys know that I wasn't really feeling all that great today because of the news that I had yesterday. So let's go find somebody to raid. Any suggestions? We got anybody who we know is streaming right now? Because I don't, not at least it's playing Minecraft anyway. So let's see who we got. Do. Well, we got somebody who is 4,500 days into their hardcore world. That seems like fun. Let's see if we can raid them. Yep, let's see if we can raid them. So if we can raid them, let's see. Obviously, you want to come play on Avatopia. You can. I think most everybody that is watching right now actually already plays on Avatopia. But this is Avatopia. You can join Avamance's Discord, and all the information for Avatopia is in the Discord. If you would like to play on my server, Pocketcraft, that information is going to be in my Discord. My Discord link is below. You can join the Discord. You can just stay in the Discord. You can talk Minecraft, see all my builds and stuff, which I post pictures of. And also my YouTube videos, which do get posted once to twice a week. And you can play on my server as well, which is slightly modded, just ever so slightly. Mostly quality of life stuff. And we do have a little farming and a food mod that is not vanilla, but it's very, very basic, and it doesn't affect any of the gameplay at all. You don't even have to use it if you don't want to. So we are going to raid, it looks like a Gutty, who is doing hardcore. They do not allow raids. Never mind, we're not raiding Gutty. I hate that I don't know that until I hit the raid button. We gotta find somebody else. None of these are in English. Okay. Let's see if we can raid Mr. Richard Builds. Can we do that? All right, we can raid Mr. Richard Builds. They are doing a fantasy Minecraft. I will see you all guys later next week. Love you guys. Bye.